Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. And friends, today is a bonus episode. I've been running the podcast every week for almost 5 years, making sure through my heart-centered intention to help fuel your spiritual journey with a new episode every Monday, every Thursday. And instead of taking up our space there in those, I wanted to put up a bonus episode for those who are interested in the Angel membership and really joining us throughout 2024. Because this year of the membership is going to be a little bit different. A lot of times we get questions. Hey, Julie, what's the difference between the Angel Reiki School, the Angel membership? And so I have on with me today a friend whose name is Yvonne. And this last year, 2023, really started out with Yvonne. So, funny side story. My husband came into my office. I was working one of the very first days of January. And he goes, Julie, if I could give you anything, I would plan a spontaneous vacation and just take you on a whim. And I go, are you serious? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, let's just do it right now. So Yvonne and I had been talking, and I'll let you share your story in a second, Yvonne, where Yvonne and I just connected in your session, and then your angel story, and then the membership, and you came through the Angel Reiki School. And Yvonne just kept saying, come down to Tampa, come down to Tampa. I'd never really been before except for just driving through. And so I go, okay, let's go down to Tampa, because it was almost like the way that the angels lined it up, the only place for us to go at that point. So we go down to Tampa and we're taking like the taxi to the airport, and I call Yvonne and I'm like, are you home this weekend? I'm coming down, bringing the family. And she goes, we sure are. So we got together there. And then Yvonne and I actually ended up going to 2 other retreats, spiritual retreats with one another this past year. And it's just been so fun. So I brought Yvonne on the team in the capacity of helping me because when we work with our clients, we want to make sure that you feel heard, seen, and validated. And so, in order to help us do that, I brought Yvonne on to help. So, Yvonne, welcome to the show. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about the membership a little bit here, but first, just tell everybody your backstory a little bit about how you found the podcast.
Well, Julie, thank you for having me on. And it's so much fun to be able to have this conversation with you and share it with everybody else. Like so many people, I love listening to podcasts when I'm driving, when I'm working out, when I'm walking. And it was a breadcrumb trail for me, like it is probably for so many people. So I started listening to your podcast and I just felt totally connected to you on a different level. I love all kinds of podcasts, but you specifically felt like you were just like a soul friend, just somebody that I've known, just so connected. I felt like we could be friends. And ironically, we are, as so many people love connecting with you. But from one thing led to another, as I was listening to your podcast, I instantly, within a couple of months, I said, I went to my husband, I said, I really have to join this angel membership. And of course, like a lot of husbands, they just say, okay, honey, whatever works for you. Don't mess with it. So I went ahead and I joined the angel membership. And that was just an amazing year of learning about every angel out there. And what was so beautiful about that piece that you offered was just understanding the differences of each angel. So when we all pray or call on those, it's nice to be able to identify and call them by name. So I so enjoyed that course. And that breadcrumb led me to deciding I wanted to be part of the Angel Reiki School. So I know that's a lot of information. The Angel Reiki School has been such a blessing to me. I do some hospice work and I'm able to use this Angel Reiki technique on a lot of hospice patients, but I did it for myself. And it was just a great connection that I encourage everybody to look into at one point in their journey. From there, Julie and I started connecting as she came down, and we were privileged to meet her beautiful family and have dinner on her birthday. Just so happened to be January 6th, I think it was.
Yeah.
I remember. So we had a beautiful night of just enjoying each other and becoming closer. And from there, we were able to connect on some conferences that were just amazing. So we spent some amazing time together. And I wanted to work with her. And so I asked her if there was any opportunity to be part of this great project and this work that she's doing, because I really wanted to give back to this world. And so here I am helping you out now, and I'm very privileged, and I appreciate the taking me on to help.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're here. And I just wanted people to get to hear your voice and just hear from me that you really are legit. You're part of the team. Like you are my right hand person right now. So if they hear from either of us, it's actually us calling over to them. Really, and one more thing, friends, if you're not interested in hearing about any products or services that we offer, which are the same that we've been offering for the last 5 years. No worries whatsoever. You can just skip this episode, but the rest is just going to be kind of talking about this so that people who really are interested in this transformation on their own spiritual journey can have that. So again, you've got 2 other episodes this week, brand new, that you can listen to if you want to, but those who really want to know what the difference is, the Angel Reiki School is really here to teach you all about your unique spiritual gifts, because everybody is born with multiple God-given spiritual gifts. Now, the way that I see this is that every single soul wanted to have this experience, because your soul, even before you embodied this body here, has talent, skills, gifts, abilities. And those are things that you want to share with the world. You want the world to see that and validate that within you. And you want to serve the world and human beings in the way that you feel called. So the Angel Reiki School is unlike any other program out there because it's not Reiki specifically. It is really bridging and pulling out all of your unique spiritual gifts. We go through your skills of mediumship, working with angels to bring through messages for others, how to start a healing business. Everything that I have done, I teach you the steps to over there. So that's the Angel Reiki School. It's really focused on you developing all your spiritual gifts. And if you wanted to, being able to start a business, a lot of people who come through, I think like you, Yvonne, just really wanted to develop your intuition to the max.
And it really did work. I think I was so taken back. The angel membership started the journey, right? Because I think that's step one, a lot of times, just get familiar. But when I went through the angel Reiki school and I was doing Reiki, I was receiving information. And it's always that, what? Is that really, did I just think I heard this person, has his, the cousin is visiting and they have a big family barbecue, and I was getting all these details, and I would sit there, oh my gosh. And but again, I had never had any of that before. So I encourage anybody that is, just like Julie says, everybody has it. It's how to tap in and putting that little bit of technique and tips and effort into it. But it's been fabulous and amazing. I love it. It's
Yeah.
helped kinds of relationships with my life and my family, and making decisions, just making good decisions a lot of times. So.
Yeah, and Yvonne's been kind of encouraging me to come out of my own shell and toot my own horn a little bit, which is really hard for me to do. And what I know, I know, is that the Angel Reiki School isn't just Reiki. It's really teaching you how to create a sustainable. If you go through the 8-week program, it's how to create a sustainable 6-figure business as an entrepreneur. I know that not everybody wants to start their own business, but I give you the roadmap to do that, because you want to be able to create a business that reaches as many people as you can with a very heartfelt message and intention. And that takes a team, having a team behind you. And you have to be able, nobody wants to work for a business that doesn't know if they can make payroll on Friday evening. You know what I mean? So it really teaches you the steps that you need to create that business. the angel membership is completely different. So the membership is really about your own unique spiritual journey. And what happens is every single person, we've heard this so many times over the last couple of years, like you're not a human being, you are a soul first, and you're here embodying this body. Um, the way that we live though in our society doesn't live by that mechanism. It lives by the mechanism that we're a human being first, and spirituality is just a byproduct. But when you begin to flip that around, what we've done in the membership is integrated in. I have studied, interviewed as many people as I can, and taken age old spiritual teachings and made it integratable for your life right here, right now. And it goes through all different courses. So when you come in, you have access to all of the different courses that I've done beforehand, except the Angel Reiki School and a couple that we've taken out. But pretty much everything from oneness, how do you tune into that frequency, working with your angels, intuition, and developing your own intuition to use in your own life, inner child work, working deeply with Archangel Michael, clearing your own energy and your chakras, working with Archangel Raphael, rewriting your story within your mind, how you connect with your loved ones on the other side. There's probably over 300 hours plus of just different content in there that's organized by different courses, workshops, healings that I've done in the past, so that you're really able to grow, live from this spiritual connection, because there is so much scientific research that shows when we live from this heart-centered space, we're able to, gosh, transform our lives in just so many different ways. And the fulfillment that we start to feel because we're really living from our soul self and not our human mind here, it's a different experience. It's magical, it's enchanting, it's just so fun. Not that you don't have hard times, but that you feel this overwhelming support from the other side and faith, and you know now how to communicate with your angels. So there's times where, yeah, everybody feels a little lost or stuck or directionless. That happens for everybody. But when you're living from this perspective and the teachings and the supportive community, you have this overall confidence within you. I know, I know that I've got this. And you stop living your life where it's always, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what movies do you want to see? I don't know, what dinner do you want to go out and have tonight? You start taking into account what it is that you really want, what it is that your soul really wants. And when you start living from your soul, what's truly happening behind the scenes on your spirit team is now you're living out your life plan, what your soul wanted to do here.
Julie, that is so true, because your life becomes easier and when you're not resisting what's supposed to be your path, and things just flow. And yes, there are still downtimes and uptimes, but it's just like you're guided and it's fun and you know it and you're like, this is fun. This is just
Yes.
fun because things are flowing. I'm not resisting myself. I'm not fighting, what is this, the path I'm supposed to go. I'm going with the flow. And that you said it perfectly, because that's exactly what it's like. I'm curious, how long has the membership been in existence?
So we've had it officially going as a membership for 3 years. And it started because I didn't like there's no right or wrong, right? But like other podcasts would have a Patreon or ask for donations. And so I was really praying about that one day years ago, and Spirit said, Julie, what you're struggling with here is that you want your people to really get access to everything that you know. And that's hard to do in one 60-minute session, right? Or one course that you want people to have access and value, right, to really move the needle within their life. And so they said, instead of asking for donations, instead of creating a Patreon page, just create a membership where and it does, like, the membership, people who are members, it has supported running the podcast for the last 3 years. It's doubled in membership almost every year. And it's gotten to the point where I don't think we're going to be able to keep enrollment open all year long anymore, because I really love the small, intimate feel of having a set number of people, having small groups, making sure that we know every name and every face, and not letting people fall off. It's hard to do when it grows too big. And so we're going to keep enrollment open probably until mid-February, and then it'll close down completely. If you start in January, you're starting fresh for the whole year. I made sure that the membership, with all the new stuff, because we put in new content every single year, we're doing new classes, you could start January 1st, February 1st, and really be on track with everybody and in community with everybody for the whole year.
And you can start now, actually, right? Because then you get
Yes.
access to the other couple of years. So if you want to get a head start, you can actually go ahead and enroll now, like I did, and now I have access to the previous 2 years, so I can refresh. Or if you hadn't been there, then you can learn some stuff on your own. It's a really nice benefit this year. I'm really
Well,
excited about that
not
piece.
only that, Yvonne, but now we've got this backstage pass, which we haven't ever had before.
Yeah, tell us about that. I want to hear more about the backstage.
Yes, so we just started. Members are able to be part of a live audience for select podcast episode recordings. So one of the things that I learned along the way, I think in past years, I would try and have a guest come on and do like an hour with us on here on the podcast for everybody, and then an hour with the membership behind. But so many of these people just don't have 2 hours to give. And so what we started asking people, our membership, is, would you be interested in just being in a live audience as we're taping for this podcast? To hear these folks behind the scenes. And they said, absolutely. So we've already started doing this. We've had Radley Valentine on, who's an angel expert. We've had Dr. Nicole Lepura, who is the holistic psychologist, huge over on Instagram and just such a warm-hearted person. We've got Matt Kahn coming on today. We've got Steve Taylor, who's his books, all the forwards to them are by Eckhart Tolle. He's just such a deep, heart-centered writer. He's coming on in January. So you have access now as a member, if you're an Archangel member, VIP member, to see all of these people behind the stage. And I got to say, it's not every single guest. And we're definitely not doing this with angel stories, right? Because people all the time are like, Julie, I'm so nervous to come on and tell my angel story. Don't worry. We're not going to put you in front of a live audience on that one. It'll just be you and I. Or somebody said recently, you and me. So I don't know, grammatically, I'm not good with all of that.
I know it's supposed to be me, but it doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Does it?
No.
So, can you ask questions if you're at the backstage? Can you, if you have one of these amazing speakers or authors, would you be able to ask questions?
Yeah. And we've had so many people on in the past, Gabby Bernstein, Neil Donald Walsh, just tons and tons of folks that you really don't get live access to a lot of times. So I wish that we had this back then, right? But a lot of those people are writing new books for this upcoming year. So we're going to try and see if we can get them back. As
Yep.
long as the podcast guest says, yes, Julie, you could have a live audience. We're allowing the members to sit in. They can ask questions beforehand, and sometimes we'll have like a live Q&A at the end, and through the chat be able to ask your question. Obviously, we're not going to be able to ask every single one, but we'll select those questions.
Wonderful. If it's a personal thing, are you planning to air all the questions, or do you just plan to air some of it? Or
Okay,
not?
good point. So when it comes to this, I think what some people don't know is that a lot of people within the community are entrepreneurs or business folks or growing their own, like, career wise, whether it's their own business or within their own career. And so many of these people have really valuable advice. I've always asked these folks questions behind the scenes. How are you doing this in your business? How are you growing like this personally? There's also sometimes we've had this already in the few backstage passes we've done, where the members will ask very sensitive, very personal questions. I don't feel comfortable airing all of that, right? Like, that's not something that they would probably really want out there. So we want to honor that within them. So if you're part of the membership and you're behind the scenes, listen, we try and air everything that we can, but when you're sitting in on it, you really do get access to every nook and cranny that we share.
So that's awesome. So, in order to get to have the backstage pass, you do need to be an annual member, whether it be your standard Archangel or your VIP. Is that correct?
No, you just have to be an Archangel or a VIP member.
Wonderful. Okay.
So, what I wanted to give the members is really access to a new course every single month of the year. And again, if you're an annual paying member, you get those 2 bonus courses as well that we're going to do. Well, all of them are live this year. But in addition to those courses, which people can go through on their own at their own pace, they also have access to almost all of my past courses. Like I said before, dozens of healings, dozens of workshops that they can go through. So there's that piece. There's also 2 new live events every single week. One is with me, and every month you have a workshop with me. We call it the Angel Experience, but we also have different live events every single month with my team. So there's the Soul Sister small group event every single month. And to my male listeners, I love you so incredibly much, and you are so welcome here. But for some reason, out of the last 3 years, we've only had 2 guys sign up. So I feel comfortable calling it the Soul Sister small groups. We have a live spiritual grief support group hosted by an end of life doula every single month. We have an evening of mediumship where 2 of my team members do readings for an entire live audience on Zoom. And again, that's every single month. That there's live healings throughout the year. So there's a lot of different components that people get. Then there's that backstage pass that we were talking about before, where people get to see those live recordings of the podcast.
That sounds amazing. Wow, it's so full of content. And I know that you created a whole new a stream of information by month already, and it's you already have that content available. Do you want to touch on a little bit about what this year is going to be about?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yes. So those 12 new courses, everybody will have access to those who are annual paying members on January 1st. If you're a monthly paying member, then you'll get access to those 12 new courses 1 month at a time. So what we're focusing on in 2024, the angels are calling this the year of intuitive abundance. So we really have an ability to activate And I think when people think abundance, they're like, it's just financial. Julie, why are you talking about that? It's not. I mean, we have an abundance of health that our soul is 111% healthy. We can tune into that energy. We can tune into the energy of clarity and abundance within our soul. We can tune into the abundance of friendships, love, just everything, and really activate that within us. So we're calling this new year of the angel membership the Angel's Blueprint for Intuitive Abundance. I'm going to say that again, the Angel's Blueprint for Intuitive Abundance. And so that's really the first course, is to outline that, talk about that. We're going to help you understand clearly where you're going. We're going to help you understand the hidden mechanics of your intuition. We're going to help you really co-create life by enhancing your gift of visions, right? Being that visionary and using your intuitive imagination. We're going to help you go beyond just seeing signs and angel numbers to really help you decipher intuitive messages that you're receiving. We're going to talk about why what you might have been manifesting before hasn't arrived, and the one secret law that turns the tide on that. We're going to talk about transforming obstacles into opportunity, achieving mastery in intuitive thinking, the highest level of happiness that you can attain. So talking about happiness and the angel's perspective on that, and what we can do to boost and increase that within ourselves. We're going to be talking about unlocking your full potential, how to really tell when you've reached certain milestones within your spiritual journey, and also really teaching you how to channel messages yourself for your own life. So that is where we're going in 2024.
That is super exciting. I'm ready to get started. I love it. So I know too, with all that beautiful content, and then also, I think it's important to share a little bit about what you decided to do with the VIP membership and talk a little bit about the differences, because I know I'm super excited about the VIP membership this year. So do you want to share a little bit about what you got up your sleeve?
So, when a person pays annually for the Archangel membership or the VIP membership, it helps us fund the podcast so well that we give back tons of added perks. Right now, for a limited time, the VIP membership is 20% off, and you're guaranteed a 30-minute reading with me in a group setting. That's for a limited time only. So if you still see it on the website, it is still up and running. The other thing that I do is, if you become a VIP member, I'm giving you a new monthly group coaching call with me. So I really try and make sure I'm monitoring your progress throughout the year in VIP, and making sure that we know where your goals are, where you want to go, and that we're helping make sure that you have the right tools to get to that point yourself within your life. When it comes to the Archangel membership, you get 16% off when you pay for the year. And also you get 4 group bonus coaching calls. The VIP folks also get that. So they get an extra 4 group calls a year. But let's see, when it comes to annual paying members, they doesn't matter if you're Archangel or VIP, you get 2 new bonus courses absolutely free. I referred to this a little earlier, but what I didn't say is that you get that extra meeting time with me in those courses, extra small group time. Together, those new bonus courses, which I'm going to be offering to the entire podcast audience next year, it's a $1,100 value, which basically pays for your entire Archangel membership for the year, if you're signing up right now. So it's just, I try and give as much as I can to make sure that you're getting that value. And with those 2 bonus courses, and the 30-minute reading with the VIP, I really wanted it to be like, if you're an annual paying member, your membership is paying for itself with the perks and the bonuses that you're getting.
That is so exciting, Julie. I have to just say I was fortunate enough to have a reading with you, and that you are just on spot amazing. So what's so exciting about the VIP membership is that you are guaranteed that 30-minute time. And what I also love about you with just being in your membership is all of a sudden you're in your membership, you're doing Q&A, and you'll be like, your mom's coming through. So if anybody has not been in the membership, Julie, what I call, gives many messages throughout just regular conversations. So during her spiritual coaching or her Q&A or any of that is going to be amazing. And then the VIP is just even enhanced because it's going to be a guaranteed 30-minute dedication to you as an individual for that joins. So the value of that is just off the chain for me. I absolutely love it. And I'm super excited for everybody to get to experience a little bit of messages from the other side.
Yay. Yeah. And if people want all the details about that, we've got all the details lined out over at theangelmedium.com. What is it? /angel membership. Or if you go to that website and then click on the tab angel membership, you'll find all of that there.
So Julie, is there anything else that you want everybody to know about the angel memberships this year?
I think that what I really want people to know is that these 12 courses really come from me studying age-old wisdom and really putting it together in an organized manner where you can take, spiritual concepts that have been around for thousands of years and really see how to uniquely integrate it into your life here and now and how much it can benefit you. So I just want you to know that from my heart space, my intention over this next year of 2024 was that people loved the original year of content within the angel membership so much because we spent a year going through 12 different courses together, and all of those courses build upon each other incrementally with information so that by the end of the year you look back and you're like, oh my goodness, I've shifted this, and this. And you can really look back and say, I'm a completely different person. I love this version that I've created. And it really comes from just hundreds of hours of work that I've taken to really sort through, organize different pieces of information, concepts, channel out different exercises, brand new exercises each month. Every month you have a different workbook that gives you new practices that bring you deeper into your own intuition. If you really look at the information that we've shared here on the podcast, there are so many different signs and angel numbers that we get. But this is the year that the angels want you to be able to feel confident, recognizing what those signs mean, deciphering the messages behind them, and really seeing the numbers and the signs as this wave saying, hello, hey, the angels are waving their hands. We want to get your attention. Let's take it to the next level. How do you take that beyond and really decipher those messages?
What I love about what you've done here, and I think I can speak for all busy working moms or just paid people in business, is that you've condensed this. And so I have a ton of books I'm looking at on my bookshelf, which I would love to read, but but you took all that wisdom and you condensed it into something, and I can listen to it when I'm driving, and I can listen to it when I'm doing my chores or whatever I need to do. So I love that you've done this because it has helped me grow faster. Otherwise, I think it would have taken me 10 years to get to where I'm at right now. So I just can't tell you how much that content has meant to me as one of your members. So thank you. And I cannot wait for the upcoming year. So
Yay!
if I'm ready to sign up, what would I do if I'm ready?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, Yvonne. I mean, we just had somebody on the podcast yesterday, and I spent time reading through this guest's book, and it was 300 pages. And I went on and I had a call with my angel Reiki school students right after and my angel members. And I said, listen, this is a great book. Read it if you have time, but I'm going to give you the 5-minute synopsis of everything that I got out of it. And here's what's to integrate into your life. And that's what we do just a ton of. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's gotten to this point, like listening to us. I want you to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for listening to the podcast over the last year. And I just want to thank you for being you and having the courage to just show up in the world right now because it has been a heavier year. Um, and your angels love you so much and they're just supporting you and surrounding you. For those who are ready and they're like, Julie, I'm in, I want to spend this year with you, go over to theangelmedium.com. You can go to the angel membership page and sign up. I'm not going to lie, my voice problems have not come back fully, but they've been rearing their head a little bit. And so last year, when I jumped on about 400 calls, like personally to people, I just can't do that again this year. That's why I brought Yvonne on. She's helping me make those phone calls. If you want to talk to Yvonne or I before you say yes, and you're like, this is for me, you have two options here, or actually three. You could sign up for my e-newsletter that goes out every week over on the homepage, theangelmedium.com. Just sign up right there with your email, your phone, email, I think, in your first name. And you'll start to get some blast emails from us with just really beneficial angel messages. At the top of each one, it says book a discovery call. I handle those personally. So if you book one of those discovery calls, you're coming on with me and I'll talk to the group and answer your questions. If you fill out the contact form and you're like, I want to hear from Yvonne, I want to connect with Yvonne, just let us know. Hey, I'd love a call from Yvonne. She'll give you a call back. Let us know the best number to call you at. There's also Instagram. You can reach me over at Angel Podcast. That's my only one, ANGELPODCAST. You can DM me over there and either Yvonne or I will DM you back. But again, the website is theangelmedium.com. I promise you, this is going to be the best year yet of the angel membership. And we're just so looking forward to seeing you in there and helping you in any way, shape, or form that we can.
And we have one more bonus.
Yeah.
Angel Fest.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So if you haven't heard yet, we're doing a 3-day online experience, summit, conference, whatever you want to call it. I really wanted people to be able to make 2024 their best year yet. So we've got healings that we're going to be emailing you those days. We've got activations, which I was just talking about with my angel members this morning. Activations are different from healings, where healings, you're really like clearing out energies and replacing it with like this oneness energy to heal. Activations are turning on. Have you ever seen like a firefighter with just that strong water coming out of the hose? Opening up the floodgates to abundance in every different area of your life. And the angels wanted to make sure that everybody had something for free and was able to make sure that they can start the year out right. So if you go over to theangelmedium.com and you sign up for Angel Fest, which is just on the homepage, or you could go to theangelmedium.com/free and sign up there. We're giving you so many different things to just start your year out right, clear your energy, activate your energy, tune you into your own intuition, help you really open up that abundance in every area of your life.
That's incredible. We're looking forward to that Angel Fest. So that's
Mhm.
mid-January, is that right?
Yeah, come learn about who your angels are and who's working with you.
So everybody should sign up for that at a minimum. And definitely, I'm available if anybody has questions or wants to talk to me. And Julie is amazing because as busy as she is, and she is, she makes herself available for each and every one of you. And that's what's different from other communities is that I will say that Julie really creates that personal experience, and that's why she keeps her memberships at a tighter small group level and hosts different small group breakouts. So it's just been such a it's like having a friend and a group of spiritual sisters, and we've just benefited so much. So thank you so much for all that you've done.
Of
Appreciate it.
course. And thank you everybody to listening. I love you all. And thank you, Yvonne, for all your help. You couldn't do this without you, and this podcast wouldn't be possible without you and all of our angel members. So thank you, everybody, and have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Don't forget to tune back in here for the New Year episode. I think that's actually airing on New Year's Day, where we're going to talk about everything that the angels are saying message wise for 2024.
That's exciting. Yay.
Yay! Yes. Love you, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day.